What's a good word, everyone? I'm Kenny Varner, the owner of SportsHaveBalls.com, and I'm going to look at one of the most interesting teams uh, that might just be favored in every single game this year, Kansas State. Even though they're ranked 17th in the country, let's go with their team total wins. Over 9.5 is plus 110. Under 9.5 minus 140. Would you want to get an over 9 at minus 110 and say they have to lose 4 times to beat you? That's a decision you can make. But the fact is, they're going to be favored in every game except for maybe the last one, because that's a 1 point favorite as of right now. Before we get to all that, please subscribe to my channel here at please just subscribe to this channel. We're putting up a preview video on all Power 4 teams and Notre Dame. And we're doing a preview on every single NFL team. Uh, that's just what we do here. We just work hard every day. That's why we put up sports pick packages at sportshaveballs.com. We link it in the description on YouTube every single time so you can find it easily. See the package that's right for you. We've decided to go in the NFL college football preview, give you the whole season for a couple of wagers, 2 or 3 wagers that you might wait. Spend some on a package that'll get you all the way through all the bowl games, all the Super Bowls, and we're gonna add in everything else we bet for free, just because we love you guys. But let's look at Kansas State University. It looks like they're going to be favored in every game. Now again, at Iowa State minus 1. Still, what do we have with this? We have a winning coach with Kleiman. Some like him, some don't. At North Dakota State, he dominated. So when he has a team where they might be a little bit better than everyone they play, talent-wise, they don't play Utah. Doesn't matter if they lose at the end. That doesn't matter because they don't play Utah, and that does not work into the 12-game schedule. They would play them in the championship game, which is fine. They got to have Avery Johnson to be healthy, and they're going to love it. The skill talent is there. The O-line is so experienced. If I could read what I have here, it's like they got 4 offensive linemen that have played 2+ years. 4 offensive linemen played 2+ years gone. This is going to be a tough defense. Gone. Let me repeat what I said about the offensive linemen. That is the key. They have 4 offensive linemen gone, and they got 4 coming in that have experience. Kansas State will be able to beat every team on their schedule. When I look at 9.5, I look at 9.5 to the under being juiced. I wouldn't want to bet against these guys to pull out the game at the end. With Avery Johnson back, with the offensive line will be the thing. You will know in the first month if they have the offensive line to run this table and try to sneak a playoff spot. So what do we got for a schedule? Tennessee Martin. That'll be fine against Tennessee Martin. Not a good FCS team. At Tulane again, Pratt is gone. This team quit and just kind of broke into shambles last year. I don't look for them to bounce back early. Arizona, there's going to be the first test. I believe it's on a Friday night. Number 20 coming in. I saw a sheet that showed every point spread for this team, and it has them as a 5-point favorite against Arizona. So it's a bit of a toss-up. But if they get by that, they go to BYU, which is a bit of a sandwich spot. They have them at minus 13 in this game, but that's a big sandwich spot because they got Oklahoma State coming in the following week. And I can definitely, I can't see Kansas State going through a whole year without slipping up at some point. Even if it's at BYU, they'll come out in full force. They're a team that plays at home. Even if I'm down on BYU, them at home, you just don't know. Through 5 games, then they get off. Then they're off. So, it's funny. It's like what do you really think? 2-0, then Arizona. They lose to Arizona, they might lose to BYU, having Arizona beat them twice, basically. If they beat Arizona, because I think they're going to pull it out, it's a letdown spot. It's just a perfect spot for BYU. I wouldn't want to give too many points to BYU on the road. And then Oklahoma State comes in, a big time wild card there. If they were to survive that and be 5-0, key bar the door, because they go to Colorado. They're just hype. I mean, we know they're hype. They got an overrated quarterback. I just see good things going to Colorado, but it's only a 10-point favorite. So when you say they're favored in all these games, 10 points or less, that can lead to 3 losses. At West Virginia, that's going to be the one where they might lose their first game or second game or third game. Kansas then comes in. I think Kansas State is a notch above Kansas. At Houston, Houston's a down year off. And then 2 big favorites being Arizona State and Cincy. Iowa State on the road. I think I talked myself into too many losses for this Kansas State team. Possibility of losses. Now, when that's the whole thing when you're breaking some of these things down. Just because they have a shot to lose, they're not going to lose all the toss-ups. And I don't think they're going to win all the toss-ups. That rarely happens. So, with this Kansas State team, new offensive coordinator, I think it's going to mix in well with Avery Johnson. Kleinman is fine. Don't panic about Kleinman. This team is going to be an 8-9 win team, and they're at 9.5. Like Syracuse at 8-4, if this team only wins 8 or 9 games, I would be disappointed. I'm looking for. If I was a Kansas State fan, which I am not, I am neutral on Kansas State. I would want like 10, 11 wins from this schedule because there's not a great team on the schedule. There's no Georgias, there's no Alabamas, there's nothing. There's Kansas, Oklahoma State. They're pretty good teams. I guess that's the problem. Kansas State is a good team, but they're not. They're just a half a notch better. I mean, Mississippi would roll this schedule easily, but Kansas State, and they always give up a game. I swear that they always give up. That's why I could never bet them over unless I thought they were going to win 11, and then I'd have to like put in the upsets and try to still keep them at 10. It'll be one I stay away from until the title game when Utah will boat race this team out of the championship and out of the playoffs. So if they make it that far, yeah, that's what I got on Kansas State. To clear up, they have 4 offensive linemen that play 2+ years that are gone. Sorry, couldn't say it the right way. Now, they have I believe in their offensive line, but believing in the Georgia offensive line, believing in the Kansas State offensive line, it's a little bit different. So, all right, we'll see you guys in the next video. We're doing every team in the NFL. We're doing all Power 4 teams, Power 4 conference teams, Notre Dame, and we have sports pick packages that, you got every day you miss is a chance that a line moves and you miss out on picks. This is our lowest the prices are going to be. So when you get that college and NFL package comboed together, we're going to throw in everything else for free. So see what works for you, and always go to our YouTube site because we're going to keep putting content on every single day, multiple videos. All right, we'll see you in the next video, and let's make money.